Okay, hello. I hope that now it works. I guess that, oh, it's very sad. It's very sad. I had a feeling that you didn't hear. That's fine. So, just a second. I hope that you are hearing me now. Okay, so as I said, I apologize for the delay. We couldn't have the presentation to work for some reason. I'm not such a technical guy, so I don't know why it didn't work. But we had a tech guys to fix it, and now it works. And now we can finally begin. And we are going to begin this webinar, the live Q&A webinar, with knowing what the structure is, what will happen in every part, and then we can enjoy it. Okay, so like I said, my name is Danny. The purpose of this webinar is to let you guys ask whatever you want along the webinar. As it says, it's a live Q&A. You're going to ask me questions, and I will do my best to provide you the best answer that I can. And now we're going to go through the structure. So the first thing we're going to have is the previous questions that our team gathered from other webinars and common questions among beginners and intermediate and advanced. Followed by that, we'll have the questions, like I said a minute ago, that you will be asking. So I have a nice place here to put down your questions. Here we have the questions that we received, which we're going to see in a minute. And on the third part, I'll share with you some links to save you the trouble to find certain things for more education or for other functionalities. Okay, and lastly, analysis. If obviously questions are not gonna, we're not gonna go through analysis, so we'll go through analysis. But it's very likely we have questions here. Okay, we'll go through that. But first, any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only. It should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, a recommendation, or a suggestion. Okay, so the webinar is recorded, guys. Don't worry. I understand that sometimes we need to go through another time through the explanations, and sometimes you just want to see something again to understand it a bit better, and that's possible because, like I said, the webinar is recorded and it will be uploaded to YouTube in a later stage, hopefully today. Okay, so I gotta make sure that the webinar is recorded. Don't worry, it won't take too long, just a few minutes, a few moments, and then I'll be back and we will begin. Thank you very much. Excellent, everything seems fine, so we can officially begin. And we're gonna hit the road with the previous questions. Let's have a look at the questions that we received. How long does it take to withdraw the funds? Okay, so this is a very simple question. Could take up to, that depends. If you withdraw through your card, so it could be more swiftly if it's through the straight through the bank, so it might take a bit longer. If it's a wire transfer, it works with deposits almost the same way, right? If we're doing it through the bank, it might take a little longer. But again, it's not such a big deal. Usually just a matter of a few days. Okay, but if you do it through the card, if you withdraw back to the card, it could be more swiftly, up to a couple of days. And in delayed cases, could be a week or so. So I'm going to put here from 1 to days on average. Okay, that's approximately the time. Second question. Oh, we're gonna make this guy a little smaller. Okay, what commissions do we pay with AvaTrade? So we have two kinds of commissions, right? We have the spread. We're gonna see it on the chart in a minute. Okay, I'm just putting here the the spread and the swap. We're just gonna put down the explanation and then we'll see how it works. Just a second. So the spread is the difference between the bid and ask, which, okay, it will be charged beginning. Oh, sorry, will be charged every position, right? Okay, swap overnight fee. Okay, it will be charged at the end of the position. Okay, but obviously you can see it on the platform as well. Now, how does it work? The swap is a percentage of the value of the position. Okay, we'll understand what it's valued through. Do we have a question here about? No, there is no question about the leverage, but I will explain about the leverage anyway, and we will understand what the value is. But the swap is from the value, so we'll go through that. Like I said, we're just putting here the explanation. Every position, okay. Spread is depending on how many units you acquire. Yeah. There is a question here. A weekend swap charged over. Oh, let me take your question. This is a good question. Hold on. How do we do it? There we go. Swap charged over or yeah. Well, that depend on the asset. Okay. What I suggest is you can check the particular case with your senior account manager, but to my personal knowledge, there is a certain day that you're just charged the partial amount. Okay, so for instance, your swap over the weekend was supposed to be X, but the market is closed during the weekend, right? So sometimes we charge a little bit more during the week to balance what was supposed to be during the weekend, if it makes sense. Okay, that's what usually happens. Yeah, now let's see. Just a second. Let's open up. We have a currency here, but I'm not sure that this is a wise decision. Let's take something with spread a little higher than that. Let's go with metals, maybe agricultures. There we go. Okay, so we have some things here already. This is not bad. Actually, this is not bad at all. Okay, all right. So as I was explaining, the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. As you can see, there is the buy price and there is the sell price. Now, as you can see, if I buy with a higher price than the sell. Why? Because the actual price for palladium is not that. Is that minus $1.65. How so? Because when I'm trading with AvaTrade, AvaTrade needs to make a small profit, because this is how it works in every other field. When you buy something from the factory, you drive directly to the factory, you buy it in factory price. You buy something from the convenience store next to your house, you pay a little more for your convenience. So the broker that allows you to trade through the platform charges a little difference that is here, that is called the spread, right? Now, there is the bid. What is the bid? This is the bid and this is the ask. So whatever I'm buying for a higher price. Whatever I'm selling for a cheaper price. This is why when I close the position, if I go for let's suppose this is the price, right? 1031.20. When I close it, so first of all, I begin with a little minus, right? But when I close it, I need to look at the sell price, right? That means that I'm selling and a little addition is required to get to the price that I'm aiming for. Never mind, it's less relevant now. What is more important than this is what I pay per unit. So that means that if, for instance, I'm going to go for a whole lot, how much is one lot? 100 units. I'll pay $165. Okay, why? Because as you can see, there are 100 units here. Okay, so does this make sense, guys? So far? Do we have any questions so far? Why it's 160? Okay, let me show you. Okay, so Clara, take a good look. I'm showing you now. Okay, why is this 165? Because we said that this is per unit, and one unit is 165, which makes 100. Yeah, does this make sense? And this will work with any other asset, whether if it's gold, silver, copper, stocks, currencies even, it doesn't matter. If the spread is few pips, you're going to multiply that by how many units, by how many currencies you have. Okay, so if by default it's 0.01, means 1,000 units, 1,000 currencies, so you have to multiply that by the spread. Yeah, if it makes sense. Okay. Oh, the swap, of course, the swap, we're going to go through the swap now. So to discover what the swap on my asset is, I'm just going to switch. You see there is order entry. Oh, maybe I've opened it, but I didn't explain what I'm doing. So to bring here the sidebar on the right, I'm going to click on buy. It doesn't matter, sell or buy. Okay, and on the right side, we have two tabs, right? We have the order entry, what we saw just now. Let it load. Okay, by the way, this whole interface is a browser interface. I didn't download anything. It took a minute. I just logged into the AvaTrade website. I'm already here. No problem. Now, to know my swap, what is my swap? Let's have a look at this again. Overnight fee, it will be charged. Okay. So that means that the value of my position, let's go back to 100. Sorry, let's go back to 100. So this is the value where we'll understand in a minute why, but this is my value. Okay, and if I switch to instrument details, I know I can go down to here. Okay, and it's going to tell me that my overnight fee is this is for a buy. Yeah, if this is for a sell, so this is something else. But if this is for a buy and this is for a sell, let's do a little demonstration here. Just a second. Okay. Just a second. So that means when I'm looking at here in percentage, that means if I'm looking at the whole value, oh, let's write down the value just a second. Bring up a notepad. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. So Palladium has a value of, has a price of 1,333.20, right? 1,033 multiply 100, because this is what we took, right? We put here one lot. Multiply 100, that means that the value is 103,585, right? That means you saw that the spread, by the way, the spread is changing. Yeah, it's not the same all the time, right? It was 165, now it's a bit different. So the spread is changing according to the volatility of the market, how much the market's going to move. So the spread can react to that. Okay, not always. You saw it went back again. Okay, so 103, this is the value. Now we have something called leverage, what it does is it multiplies my financial ability. Thanks to the leverage, my 10,000 will behave as if I had 100. Okay, now I'll be honest and say I can't even have this position because it costs too much. You see, this is the interpretation of the leverage versus my value. If I divide the value by the leverage, I have that. Well, this is what I need. I don't have that, but this is the number that I need. So if I buy 1 unit, it costs 1,003. Oh, it changed. 1,036 now. Okay, if I buy 100, it cost 103,000. Okay, if it would have been 10, it would have been 10,000. Okay. So the leverage here is 1 to 10, like we said, and the margin that we need is 10% of the actual value. Now, why is that important? Because the swap is from the value, right? There is a question here. Just a second. But you have no spread commission account too, right? I am not familiar with an account that doesn't pay commissions. Everybody pay commissions, okay? I think that for prestige clients, certain things can be done, but I don't want to speak about it now, and it's really depending on this particular case, and it needs to be addressed to your senior account manager. It's not something that a client just can do by himself to change the commissions, but it exists, right? You're asking if there is no, sorry, if there is an account with no commissions. I don't know. Okay, there is sometimes there is a fixed commission. Okay, don't want to speak about it now. Like I said, every case is different. So why am I teaching you about the value now all of a sudden? Because we spoke about the swap, and the swap, like I said, is a percentage of the value. Yeah. Okay. So that means that this is 0.2. This is yearly, right? 0.2. So we're gonna do 103,585. Multiply this is percent. So that means, okay, let's make sure that I got it right. Hold on. Still, this is a calculation that is difficult to do in my head, right? Apply 0.2%. Oh shit, sorry. Should have done it this way, right? Yeah, let's make sure again. Apply 0.2%. Yeah, so this is what it cost. That can't be right, because this is yearly, and I should have divided it. If I divided it per day, how many units do we have? Yeah, had a feeling that it doesn't make any sense. It does. Okay. It seems like it's fine. This is for a sell. And if it would have been a buy, let's see if it would have been a buy. This is, again, it needs to be a percent. That means that we're going to lower it by another 2 decimals. Which makes it this much. Okay. Now, if we divide the buy swap for year, it will be 360 65 days. That's 27 per day, right? Okay. With no spread. Yes, like I said, I don't know about any account with no spreads. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Maybe it exists, but personally, I don't know. You can ask your senior account manager. Perhaps there is a special arrangement, but I'm not aware of it. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. Obviously, if we would have divide the. Oh, sorry. This is the sell price. Yeah, this is the sell price. It's fine. It's fine. So the buy price, like I said, this is the buy, right? Buy. And if we would have divided this by 365, it would have been less than $1 a day. Let's do it just for fun. Half $1 a day. Okay. All right. So this is regarding the swap. This is regarding the what we did before. This is the spread. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now let's move on. How do I copy trade? So how do you copy trade? You can do it with 3 ways that I'm familiar with. There are probably more, but we provide only one in-house solution for that, and the others are third-party company, which one of them is called DupliTrade. Okay, this is one of the nice solutions we have. Another one is AvaSocial, and belongs to us. It's a social app. It's wonderful. It lets you follow other traders. It lets you also copy other traders. If you like somebody in particular, you saw its performances, you did the research, you decided you want to follow. So you can just go ahead and link your account to his account and enjoy whatever results he has. That as well has, I think, a tiny commission you gotta pay. Okay, on the DupliTrade and on the AvaSocial, it's something per position. It's not an expensive subscription or something. It's based on performance. So if they succeed, if somebody you're following is succeeding, you will also succeed. And obviously, if it doesn't succeed, so you don't succeed as well. But because he's getting paid from you following him, so obviously if you're getting the profits and he needs to get something out of that, so that means that this is his motivation to do a good job, right? Obviously, if you're following somebody from AvaSocial, you got to do the research and not just randomly pick somebody. I mean, you can try, but it's not entirely wise. What you want to do is probably follow somebody to see how it goes a little bit, and if it succeeds, so you can copy him. That's something that I would do, but of course, everybody has their own preparations. How to do technical analysis. So technical analysis, guys, is 1 out of 2. I had a feeling that we're gonna have a question. We're gonna have a question about analysis, and how to do it is pretty interesting. We're gonna do it now. Just before that, where can I find more education? Ooh, this is a lovely question, a very common one. So I'm just gonna put here so I won't forget. Averages, support and resistance, pivot points. What else I can think of? Fibonacci could help, but it's less relevant now. Those are mainly consolidations. Those are mainly the things that I focus. I'm sure there are more, but those are the basics. Where can I find? So one of the places is AvaTrade Education Center. You also have AvaTrade Academy. you also have the webinars, right? Other webinars by Mr. Troy Frey, an amazing webinar, another one by Simon Friedman. Those are also excellent webinars that can educate you with fundamental analysis and technical analysis and specific ways to approach the market. They're wonderful. They're much more interesting that we usually find online. So I highly recommend you to visit both of them. And what else I can give you? Those are mostly the things that we provide in-house. Okay, I'm gonna send you here a link to save you the trouble, and if you want, it's right here at the bottom. You see, you have here the tutorials, some nice library with videos. Okay, so if I click it, just to show you. Can everybody see that? You saw I just clicked it. Oh, something here. Something turned off. Is this still working? It's working. I'm not sure if it's working or not. Okay, let's try it again. You see if I click here, now it works, right? Can everybody see that? I hope yes. Okay. So you see I'm just gonna pick something and then I can go with it. So like I said, there are many ways. We provide education in so many ways, and it's just very accessible. And now we'll on a nutshell, we'll explain about technical analysis. It seems for our convenience that the lines are already here. I don't remember when I placed it here, but it apparently it's here and it's very nice. Okay. So technical analysis by its basics is based, like I said, on averages, support and resistance, pivot points, and so on. What exactly does that even mean? Let's see. So resistance will be the roof. This is my room, right? Every chart has different edge points. Palladium may be very bearish now. Bearish meaning on a downtrend because a bear slam his opponent to the ground. This is why bearish means down and bullish up because the bull lift his opponent to the air. So what I'm looking at here, it seems like palladium has been quite considerably bearish. See, from 1622 all the way down to 1,000. It went back up, but still it broke a very considerable level. Okay, from April till now. And if I want to examine that area here, okay, as an example, you see it already passed that segment. It already passed the last support. This used to be. Sorry, this used to be. See, before it broke it, this was the last support line. Let me get rid of that so we can see. You see, that was here, and before that we had this one, okay? And when it broke it, you see it broke it, then it got stuck over here. Why there is no information from the candles? This is not a glitch. I just gotta change the crosshair. You see, took a minute, took a second. Just click it, change it, then my information is right here. And we can see, like I said, that past a certain segment, first it spent some time across those prices, right? Between the, just want you to see it. Perhaps it will help you capture the format, how it works. The resistance and support are easy to find when you and you do it like this, you see it spent some time over here, right? This is where the trend allegedly began. It was bearish before. See if I'll go a little. See, but it started declining. So from March, you see it started spending area between 1400 to the 1600, started spending some time till around June. From June, it flinched down. It broke the last, again, this was, see, there was a support here. Here it broke it. It went back up. This is very misleading, could be very misleading. And then it went down again, right? This is almost the same size. So it went up, it went down, and then it went up the same laugh. Okay, this is could be a very crucial movement. So it passed that line, it went down, broke the support, then it went back up again. Okay, and then it broke it again. It broke the previous one as well. So after that one broke, that became the new support. Yeah, so it broke the first support, broke the second support, sorry, broke the first, went up, broke the second, again, just the recently created, then it broke again, okay, and then started spending time between the 13, between the blue lines. You see, first it was between the yellow line, then the yellow and the blue, somewhere here, then between the blue lines, and eventually, recently, from October, it started declining even more. And then, like I said, it broke this support line again. Okay, it broke it here. Then it went down and kept on. Okay, how is this even helpful? Anything that I said right now, how can it be practical for me to trade? What do you think? How is this useful? As far as I'm concerned, all I'm seeing here is that Palladium is indecisive, and I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen first. However, I don't know if you can see, but it has a very nice pattern. Looks a bit, I don't know if easy to identify, but it does things quite systematically. You see? Here, after this candle, it went back up, right? But what is this candle here? See, there is a nice reversed hammer with a big handle at the top and a small, tiny, thin line at the bottom. You see, and you can see that. This is a reversal. This is a reversal, but to the other side. Where else? Here, right? All those areas at the end of the day, they help identify what will happen next. Now, it's not a formula. I can expect right now. You see that I have this little tail here, which means that it got rejected, right? Look how many times it got rejected, and then it bounced up again. Now, I can't be sure if it's going to bounce all the way up, right? Maybe through several weeks, or it's going to keep going down. But if it will be followed by a green candle, is an example, I have a reason to believe it can turn around. If it will be followed by a red candle, like I've done here, you see 1, 2, 3, then it could be a sign for consolidation. So again, I might be wrong, but when we see those tails and when we see the structure, sometimes support and resistance can indicate if it's a strong point or it's a weak point. If you see those across those levels, the 1250 is a price that Palladium went through up and down almost each and every week. You see, those are weeks that we're looking at, yeah? Almost each and every week. In here, it went down across the price, went up against it. You see? But only here, when it passed down that price, things started to exceed the normal levels that we know. Okay, down till this point, it didn't happen. Same here, until it broke the 1342. It kept those levels, around those levels, and when it broke it, then it started exceeding the segment and went out again. Okay, I don't know if this is helpful or not. I'm not used to explain advanced things, and this is definitely not something for beginners. But I decided to give you a treat because we didn't get to speak about analysis down to those depths. Okay, and what else we must do? This is pretty much, I think, pretty much concluded. Let me give you the links then. Let me give you the links. Share with you the links. Like I said, this is the education center, but you can access through what I showed you, right? Through here at the bottom left. Yeah, but it leads you to the same place. This one here is the this is the help center and the FAQ. This is for a real account if you're still playing with a demo, but you want to get down to business. This is for the academy. Okay, which again I showed it just over there. But still, fundamental analysis is not something we can cover, but we can try. You know what? We can try in a few minutes. Okay, how much time we have left? It's fine. We have a few minutes, but sometimes we don't have time to share with you the code. So I'm going to give you the code, and then we're going to explain. I'm going to put you here the code to get the benefit. This provides you with one-on-one premium market review with your senior account manager. Okay, much more interesting, the basic thing that I'm going to explain about fundamental analysis. Now you can get your own premium market review with your senior account manager. Okay, now how does fundamental analysis work? To the favor of that, we're going to open the economy calendar. So let's go to the, you see here, there is the discovery. I'm going to go to economy calendar. And I can choose whatever I want that has relevancy for me, right? Now, let's suppose, let's go for something major. This is the initial jobs claim, but it's not famous enough for me to show you. Okay, so let's take as an example. This is not the dollar, but again, it doesn't really. So if I open this event, let's read what it says here. In Poland, the core inflation rate tracks changes in prices that consumers pay for a basket of goods, which excludes some volatile price items, right? Okay, this is Poland. Poland is a European country, right? Okay, now if we're looking at the euro, again, this is, I want to have a tiny disclosure before I'm speaking about it, because I do want to teach you, but I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm explaining now. I think the chat suddenly. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I don't know what happened with the chat. It just gotten out of control. Just a second. I'm really trying to find it. Oh, there we go. There we go. So what I wanted to say is that what I'm going to tell you now about how it works is not, it doesn't indicate that the euro is gonna respond to that in a clear way, right? it has an impact. Right here, it's written that it's high, but it's not like that something's going to happen here and the euro is going to go nuts. The fact that it's a European country, but it has an impact. Now, how does it work? If the inflation rate is high, what does that mean? There is a big inflation, the money doesn't worth a lot. What does that mean? Currency strength is lower. So what does it mean? If the following report, if the upcoming report, which is in a minute, I think it's now, it's happening in a minute. Anyway, so what does that mean exactly? That the euro will go up? How is this possible? Max, let's look at it together. If the inflation rate, if there is more inflation, so the currency is less, is weaker. So what does that mean for the euro as an example? Correct. So if the inflation rate is lower, if there is less inflation, what does that mean? Of course, we're using more the currencies, but it doesn't make a difference how much we're using. I mean, it does make a difference how much we're using, but right now we're speaking about the inflation rate. The inflation rate means that if there is more inflation, if there is more of a currency, you see, it just happened. See, it's 8. All right, guys, our time is up for today. I hope that you enjoyed. This was a very fruitful webinar. We had to go some interesting things. Okay, some analysis here. I would like to thank you all and to wish you best of luck with your trading and to have a good week. And that's it. The recorded version will be uploaded briefly. And that's it. So best of luck and have a good day.